Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Hi, guys. I already see that some of you were waiting. Thank you for joining today's live. Today, we're going to cover a very nice and interesting, useful topic, American slang. So, how are you guys doing? Where are you guys joining us from? I already see that I see some people are joining us from all around the world. I see people from Pakistan, from Japan, from Oman. Uh, where else are you guys joining us from? I see, uh, I see Kalipan. Hey, Kalipan, how have you been? I see Samir. I see Alhamdi. Hey, from Saudi Arabia. Hello from the Philippines. Hey, guys, how have you been doing? How is everyone? Where else are you guys from? From Italy, Marcella. Okay. I see O'Day. Hey, O'Day, how are you? We're going to begin in just a moment. And before that, I want to tell you guys something really important. So, just like every Sunday, we're going to give out a promo code. This promo code is to give you a really nice discount just in case you haven't joined Cambly yet, or if you just want to recommend Cambly. And even if you do have a plan, it's going to give you a nice little extra discount as well. We are going to reveal this promo code during the live near the end of it. So be sure to stay tuned for this because it's going to be really, really, really exciting. Okay. Now, also, guys, if you don't have the time, if you have to leave, if you have to go to work and you don't see the whole live, remember that you can rewatch it on the YouTube channel and also on Instagram. So be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow us on our social media, and of course, share it with your friends. The more you share it, the more views we get, the more feedback we get. We know that we're doing something right and we can keep making more and more of this kind of content. Okay, so be sure to subscribe, be sure to like and share, and we're going to get to it in a moment. So, okay, guys, hello, Kalipan. So, how is everyone doing? Can everybody see me okay? Can everybody see this little writing? I just want to make sure that you guys can see me, you guys can hear me. I see that there was a little bit of a delay. I'm sorry about the delay, guys. I guess it must be the signal or something, but we're gonna begin. We're gonna do American slang, all right? And remember that it's being recorded. I don't know why there was a delay, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine as long as you guys can hear me. So I see guys from Lithuania. All right, everyone's saying good. Hello, Anna from Ukraine. Hey, Anna. Hello, Swelly from Brazil. Hey, Swelly, how are you? Napa, excellent. Aman, shout out to Aman. All right. Very, 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 very good. Shout out to Aman from India and Ashek from Bangladesh. Karini, hey, from Brazil. Kaiser from Philippines, I think. It's abbreviated Sonia. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Iskren. Hello, Luan from Brazil. Lakmi from Sri Lanka. Alhamdi from Saudi Arabia. All right, so I see a lot of you guys joining. Oh, Iskren from Bulgaria. Abdul Karim from Rotterdam. All right, so all over the world. Hello from Myanmar, from Bangladesh, Rishi from Germany, Shiva from Japan, Iran, North Korea. I'm sorry. Well, Korea, it says. Maybe South Korea. Um, okay, excellent, excellent, guys. Hello from Somalia to Ali. Hello from Turkey to another Ali. Excellent. And Samet. All right, guys. Well, it's a pleasure to see that you're all online. It's great to know that you can all see me and hear me. If there is anything that you don't understand or that you don't know, please remember to ask me. I'm right here, and we're going to have a very relaxed lesson. It's going to be very easy, very light, because, it's just vocabulary. It's just about slang, so there's no pressure here, really, and it's going to be really fun. All right? Now, American slang, where to start? We already did one class for American slang, and if you haven't seen it already, you can check the link below or the profile to learn more American slang, or if you want to learn different types of subjects like British slang or vocabulary and grammar from all types of levels, you can definitely check out the profile, okay? But American slang, just like any type of slang, is very complex. Many people very frequently ask, hey, what is the formal way to say something, right? What can I say in a meeting or in an interview? And sometimes I tell them, well, that really depends on the context. And remember, guys, if you have a very casual context, if you're speaking with a friend, or if you're speaking with a native speaker, and you want to sound relaxed and calm, and you want to show that you know the culture, you can use slang. Okay, we have a good amount of slang that we're going to explain today, and this is going to be very interesting because I'm going to try to explain to you guys slang that is very frequently used on the internet and with younger generations. Okay, so something that maybe even some native speakers that are a little bit older don't know. And we're going to start with the CEO. Okay. I see Aman asking, what does slang mean? Well, like I was saying, slang is a sort of casual vocabulary that you can use when you're talking to a friend. It's informal. Okay. You should not use slang in a meeting, when you're work, or in an interview, something that's more serious. You can, but it's going to sound a little bit inappropriate sometimes. It's going to sound like you don't really care or you're too relaxed. So generally, slang is used when we are very relaxed, when there's no problem, when we just want to show that we're, very comfortable with the situation, when we want to show that we care, we're interested, but it's not something so serious. All right. Let me just move this. So that's basically what slang is. So CEO, what do you guys think that means? What do you think CEO is? Now, Iskren already said CEO is boss, right? Yes, exactly. To be the CEO is to be the boss in the normal way. It means corporate executive officer, but that's like the dictionary meaning. What does it mean in slang? What do you think? How do you think we can use it in a casual situation or in a situation with our friends? Do you think we can use it in some other way? Manuel Calipan saying chief executive officer. Exactly. That's what it means in the dictionary. But if we say, I am the CEO of blah, 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 it has a little bit of a different meaning. I'm going to give you guys an example. I think that you guys know that I specialize in pronunciation. So I give a lot of classes about pronunciation, phonetics, phonics, diction, etc., right? So imagine that when I'm talking to a friend, I tell them, I'm the CEO of pronunciation. What do you guys think that would mean? So I'm going to wait just so that I can give you guys the opportunity to answer. Leo says bossy. Aman says being bossy. Those are interesting guesses. But Vafa got it right. She said being the best one. Exactly. So when you say that you're the CEO of something, Luan said it right. Okay. And Napa said it right. That you are the best of something. You're like the maximum, the boss. All right. So you're really, really good at something. It's like saying you're the top. You're the highest level of that thing. So for example, I could say, I'm the CEO of eating cake. Obviously, that's a joke. And obviously, I don't mean the chief executive officer. It's not a formal or serious sentence. No, what I'm saying is, I'm really good at eating cake. I do it the most. I love it. It's my passion, and there's nobody better than me. Obviously, not in a very serious tone. Obviously, we're not talking about, a rank or numbers or anything like that. No, you're just saying I am very well known for it. I'm the best. All right. So, what about you guys? How would you use CEO or being the CEO of something? Can you guys imagine? Can you tell me what you are the CEO of? And I'm going to give you guys just a little moment to write down your answers. But tell me, guys, what are you guys really, really good at? What are you the CEO of? Let's see. Okay. Napa says, I'm the CEO of this subject. Good, good. For example, you could say you're the CEO of English, right? That would be completely understandable as to saying, I am really, really, really good at English, right? Karini says, I'm the CEO of dancing. Right, right. Good. I'm the CEO at making new friends. Aman. Very good. Mhm. Right. CEO in cooking. Very good. Alhamdi. CEO in cooking. Luan says, my friend is the CEO of being like, exactly. That's exactly the kind of situation that we would use it for, right? That's the kind of situation where, you're showing it's kind of a joke, it's funny, it's casual. Perfect. Luan, that was amazing. Excellent example. I'm CEO of playing FIFA. YK, perfect. Lin Kang, I'm CEO of cooking. Um, I also see I am CEO of K-drama movies. Perfect. I am CEO of Empathy. Vafa. Perfect. Rishi says I'm seeing CEO of gaming. Excellent. 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 Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. So those are perfect examples, guys, and that's exactly how you can use it. Okay. Excellent. So we're going to go with another one. And this is kind of related, but a little bit different. Okay. So I'm going to give you two, and I'm going to write on them because they're different. Vafa asks, is it CEO of or CEO in? Which is the correct one? CEO of Vafa. We would say, I'm the CEO of blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Now, let's move on to the next one. Remember, guys, these are two. It's not one, but I wanted to put them close together because they are opposites. Okay, let me put it here just so that you can see better. So, NPC and main character. Remember, these are two different things. Okay, I put them like this just to show you that they're kind of related, but they are different things. Okay, not the same thing. Very different things. What do you guys think this means? Main character or NPC? Now, if you don't spend so much time on the internet, if you don't like video games, you've probably not heard of this one before. But you can obviously imagine what this one means, main character. Mm-hmm. So, what does it mean? What do you guys think it means to be the main character? I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to answer. Okay. What does it mean to be the main character, guys? Mon says, someone around whom the story revolves is main character. Perfect, right? Napa says the most important one. Mm-hmm. Sai says important. Exactly. So to be the main character is to be someone who is really important. Mm-hmm. Someone who is really relevant, someone that we all know, someone that we pay attention to. Okay. So I can be the main character in, for example, let's say that I am part of a sports team. Mm-hmm. And I say, oh, John is the main character here. He's the best. He definitely has the most skill. He's the most important ones. And we are sort of revolving around him. We support him because he is really, really the best one or the most important one. So, of course, it's a metaphor. It's not to say that someone is more valuable than other people. We just mean that when we have a main character, they're really, 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 really relevant, right? And you can tell it to a friend. You can say it about yourself. You can say that you have main character vibes or main character energy, meaning that you're really, really, really an important part of the story. And without you, the story doesn't work. Okay. All right. So, Al-Hamdi says, I think someone is extremely crucial. Exactly. Sonia, the main character of my own story. I am the main character of my own story. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Kalipan. No, don't worry, Kalipan. I did see it. But we're going to explain it in a moment. So we have main character. Now, what about NPC? That is what Kalipan told us. And that's what Napa also told us, I believe. NPC. Now, you guys can Google it, but that's cheating a little bit. NPC is non-playable character. Okay. Excellent. Exactly. So what is a non-playable character? What do you guys think is a non-playable character? Well, let me explain it in a game. You know that in a game, you usually have these very interesting, these very cool models or characters that you can play, like a goblin or a tank, or I don't know. You can imagine it, right? So characters that you can use in your game are usually very interesting. They're usually very cool. They're very well designed. And an NPC is just a character in the story that you can't play because it's not important, and they're usually not that cool, right? They're usually kind of boring. They're usually uninteresting, and they can't really do much. So an NPC is a non-playable character that we use to describe someone or something, but usually someone who is boring, who is just following the flow of everything, who doesn't really have independent or creative thoughts. That is an NPC. So Oman says, boring, exactly. Yasim says, a merchant in Diablo 3. Exactly, like a merchant in Diablo 3. Exactly. Kalipan says, characters that cannot be played by the player from the game start. Of course. Exactly. Excellent. So, Swelly said also NPC. She explained it from the beginning. Exactly. Thank you so much, Swelly. Someone who played second fiddle. Right. Someone who doesn't really matter in the story. Someone who's kind of boring and we don't really we don't really want to interact with. Or if we do interact with, it's like, you're so boring. You're always, following the status quo. So that's an NPC. Okay. Obviously, it's kind of a negative thing to say. It's not offensive, usually. It depends on your tone. So if you call someone an NPC, it's not necessarily offensive, but of course, you're describing a negative quality about them. Okay? So, guys, how can you use NPC? How can you use an NPC? Remember, that's usually used to describe people, so how could you use it in an example? So, Ishkren says, I'm the main character of my story. Perfect. Of your story, you're the main character always. What about NPCs? How would we use an NPC? How can you guys say that someone is or isn't an NPC? Napa says she has an NPC character. Not really. You would say she is an NPC. And remember, because NPC already stands for non-playable character, we don't need to say NPC character. That would just say non-playable character. So we just use an NPC. So she is. What other ways can you use NPC, guys? How can you Imagine it. And then we'll move on to the other ones. All right. You guys thinking? Tell me, how can we use NPC? Kalipan says, and non-playable character, of course. Aman, I was given an NPC role in the play. Right, exactly. If no one really pays attention to you, if you're ignored, you're kind of given an NPC role. All right. Baba says he is NPC. That's why everyone is raining on him. Okay. Rishi, he's always playing with a toy, and I said NPC. I don't think so, Rishi. I think you mean something like he is always being an NPC, or he's always doing the same thing, and he's an NPC. So Aman says, friend NPC football. You could say something like, my friend is an NPC when we play football. So he's not involved. He doesn't do anything. He's like, boring. Okay. Excellent. Napa says, she's an NPC. There's no fun being friends with her. Perfect. Exactly. All right. Now, speaking of negative slang, I'm going to show you guys how to describe someone a little bit negatively. Now, of course, be respectful and don't say this about everyone, but I do think that it's usually useful to at least understand how to describe someone negative. Remember, negative is not the same thing as being offensive. You can say something negative sort of respectfully, but we'll explain. And by the way, you guys, I just want to remind you that these sessions are recorded. We are going to have this session saved on our YouTube channel and on our Instagram, so be sure to check it out if you don't have time to watch the full thing, or if you just want to rewatch it, share with your friends, subscribe and like and follow all our social media, okay? And remember, we're going to give out a promo code in a few minutes, so be sure to stay tuned for that, okay? Excellent. So, first thing, what do you think these guys could, these words would mean? And Aman says Heath Ledger first seemed like an NPC initially in the Joker movie. Okay, good, perfect. So what do you think these words mean? Sounds of the Universe says dunno. Okay, no idea. Remember, they are usually like negative, all right? They're negative words or negative verbs. Not exactly offensive, but they are negative. So we're going to start with this first one, which is actually one of the most common ones now. Okay, so don't worry, we're going to explain. Cheugy. This is pronounced cheugy. All right, it sounds a little weird, but Kalipan, I think, just gave us the answer. Cheugy is a slang adjective mocking someone or something as uncool. They are out of touch with current trends. So exactly the definition. To be cheugy means to be sort of old school. You don't understand modern stuff. You're not cool anymore. You're outdated. Okay, that is basically the meaning of cheugy. That's it. And you can use it, of course, as any other adjective. Aman asks, are these slangs of any value to the non-native speaker? Of course, all slang is very useful to non-native speakers because they make you sound a little bit more native, or they show that you are connected with the culture of that language. So it's not something that you would say every day or that you would say in every situation or a meeting, but they are definitely useful. Okay. Sons of the Universe, not popular. Napa sounds funny. Yes, it does sound funny. It's kind of a new word. It's mostly used by people from Gen Z. So maybe people like me, millennials or Gen Xers or boomers, we maybe don't understand the term or we don't use the term so much, but it is actually a very, very useful word to describe someone who is not cool, someone who is not updated, someone who is kind of old-fashioned. So how would you use cheugy? Who would you call cheugy? Do you know anybody in your life that is kind of cheugy, that is not cool, that is behind the times? Tell me, you guys. Give me some examples. How can we use chugi? And then we're going to explain the other ones. Mhm. So, how can we explain these? Okay. Doctor Strange is chugi. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, you can definitely say Doctor Strange is chugi. For whatever reason, that can be your opinion. It can be true or false, but remember, this is just an adjective. So you can describe anything as these adjectives. All right. So Yasin says Napa is chugi. Okay, perfect. Chugi always denies change, says Joel. Perfect. Sounds the universe. Simon is chugi because he doesn't know how to get into a relationship with girls. Okay, that could be perfectly chugi. Perfect. Lin Kang. Gucci belts are chugi. All right, exactly. You can talk about something that is out of style, out of fashion. I definitely agree. Those huge, ugly Gucci belts, they are definitely chugi. Mm-hmm. And Napa responded, yes, he needs chugi. Excellent. All right. But don't get mad, guys. Remember that this is just an example. It's not real. These are just to practice. All right. So this brings us to the other negative thing, which is to drag. What do you think it means to drag? It's obviously an action. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think it means to drag someone? Napa says, he's my brother. Okay, cool. Excellent. Good to know. Mm-hmm. Lin Kang says, sorry, Gucci Company. Yep, too bad, but you guys are chugi. Okay, so to drag, what do you guys think it means to drag? To drag someone or to drag something? Mm-hmm. Iskren says, my car is chugi. Excellent. Napa says to force someone. Not really, Napa. It does mean something a little bit different. Aman says to make fun. Perfect. To make fun of someone or to kind of criticize something means to drag them. For example, you know how we were talking about Gucci belts? They're chuggy, they're ugly, they're too big, they're out of fashion. We're dragging them. So I can say, yeah, today with my students, we were dragging Gucci belts, meaning that we were criticizing them. We were saying they weren't cool. We were saying a lot of stuff that wasn't great for that. Right. So you can drag anything. Mm-hmm. You can drag, I don't know, you can drag a company, you can drag an idea, you can drag a friend. Mm-hmm. Basically, meaning to make fun of someone, to criticize them negatively, of course, or something around those lines, right? To drag. And of course, it is a verb. Mm-hmm. And that is actually kind of connected with finesse, which is also, it can also be a verb or it can be the noun form of an action, to finesse someone. So how would you guys use to drag, or what would you guys drag? Mm-hmm. Just give me some examples while I explain finesse, all right? How would you guys use this action to drag? Mm-hmm. And remember, guys, if you didn't hear any word or if you have any doubts, don't worry. This video is going to be saved. So all you have to do is rewatch it and it's going to be cool. Okay. So finesse. A finesse or to finesse basically means to lie or to trick someone. It usually means that you did it in a very intelligent way or in a way that the other person didn't even notice. That is to finesse someone. Right. So let's imagine that you guys want to take a very bad English course, right, in your hometown. And they tell you, oh, we're great, we're amazing, but we charge a lot of money. So you pay a lot of money. And when you get to their class, you realize they're really bad because they don't have native speakers. They don't teach you grammar. They don't teach you vocabulary. They don't teach you slang. They finessed you. Okay. They tricked you. They lied to you in a way that you didn't notice. You didn't realize until it was too late. Okay. So, and exactly, Kalipan reminds us that Cambly is great always. So we're not this cheap little bad thing. We are the real deal. We have thousands of native speakers online all around the world. at any given time, 24/7. All you have to do is connect with your smartphone, with your tablet, with your computer, and you can immediately practice with one of us. And we're going to give you a very good, very, very good class and practice. So, to finesse, it's to live with, be clever. Right. To finesse is like to be clever in an action, right? So very, 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 very good. I could say I was trying to buy a new computer and I went to a used marketplace and they finessed me. They tricked me. Napa says they finessed me, so I started dragging them. Excellent. Perfect. Very, very good, Napa. I think you're really getting the hang of this. Okay. Excellent. So, any other questions there? I believe not. So, we're going to move on to the others just so that we don't lose too much time. Swelly says to persuade or manipulate. Exactly. That means finessing. Aman asks ant or ant. They can be pronounced the same way. A-N-T is the animal. A-U-N-T is your family member. All right. So, we're going to move on to this next one, which maybe some of you guys have seen, maybe not. I'm going to cover this one because it's not really important now that we've reviewed it. So the W and the L. What do you guys think this means? Maybe if you have never seen it before, it can be very confusing, but it's actually quite useful. What do you guys think? W and L. So Alhamdi, I would recommend that you rewatch the video. Don't worry, this video is going to be saved on the YouTube channel. We can't repeat everything, unfortunately, because we have limited time. But if you want to review the other vocabulary, remember, guys, you can rewatch the video. It's going to be saved on our YouTube channel. Okay. And we're also posting it on other social media. So be sure to follow us and share and like, subscribe, and follow and everything with your friends. Okay. So, Adeshola says loser. Exactly. So the L is lose or loss, right? And W is win or winner. Exactly. It's exactly that. So very good, Adeshola. Thank you. W is the win and L is the loss or lose, depending on the subject. So he beat you guys. He guessed first. How can we use it? Well, obviously, we know that a win is something positive and a loss is something negative. But now it's very common that people abbreviate it as W or L. For example, imagine we are at a soccer game and we're playing and the other team beats us, right? So we're kind of sad and not so happy. And some of our friends say, well, don't worry, man. Don't worry, my friend. We just have to take the L and keep going. That just means we have to accept the loss and keep going, keep living our life, right? We can't worry too much about it. Aman says, I'm the W of the universe. Perfect. Exactly. Napa says, you're the winner here and I am the L. You could say that, but don't worry, Napa. You are all W's. All right. Excellent. Samir says loss. Iskren says L means loser. Perfect. So exactly. We would use to describe a win or a loss, or that you have lost something. Very, 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 very good. So I can say, for example, that was a great W. That was a great win. Of course, as you can imagine, much of this slang is used in texting or in writing online in comments. Okay. Excellent. So any questions with W or L? I think those are very straightforward. They're not too, confusing or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Now, this is a very, very popular thing. It started off as a very popular song, and actually eventually became part of the official vocabulary of the English language. It's something that you can now find in the dictionary. To stan someone or a stan. What does stan mean? Have you ever heard of a song like this? Are any of you fans of Eminem? If you are, you probably already know what stan means or to stan. No? Anybody listens to Eminem? Does anybody like rap, or has anybody heard of this song specifically? I grew up in New York, so I heard rap all the time. Sounds of the Universe says, I know. All right, so who can tell us? Who can tell us? Kalipan says, an overzealous or obsessive fan of a particular celebrity. Very good, Kalipan. I notice that you're using the dictionary. Try to avoid using it too much, but it's the perfect definition, right? In the beginning, before you use the dictionary, always try to guess, all right? But it's fine if you use the dictionary. Just try to guess first. Aman says, I'm Chugi, so I don't know. Good, Aman. Very good example. So, excellent. Kalipan gave us the exact definition of stan. An overzealous or obsessive fan. Someone who is very obsessive. Someone who really cares a lot about a celebrity or now something. Excellent. For example, Napa says, I am a stan of Billie Eilish. Exactly. You could say, I am a stan, or I stan as a verb. I really stan Billie Eilish. Exactly. Perfect. You can say exactly that. I, for example, love Billie Eilish. Billie, if you're listening, we love you. But exactly, a super hardcore fan, someone who's obsessive. And in the beginning, it used to be something that was kind of negative. Now it's not so negative. Now it just means we're really, 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 really into something. For example, Aman says, I'm a stan of studying philosophy. Right. Or you could just say, I stan philosophy. Right. I'm obsessed with philosophy. I love it so much. Excellent. What else do you guys stan, or what else are you guys really, really, really obsessed with? Yassine says, I'm stan of Muhammad Ramdan. Perfect. Sonia says, I'm stan of Imran Khan. Perfect. Luan says, we stan good authors. Excellent. Napa says, I stan your classes. Thank you, Napa. Thank you so much. And of course, it's correct. Aman says, I stan philosophy. Lin Kang says, I'm a stan of BTS. Perfect. All right. So all of you guys understood the assignment. What do you think that means? I'm saying all of you guys understood the assignment. Kalipan says, I stan Cambly. Perfect, Kalipan. Iskrin says, I stan programming. So all of you guys understood the assignment. What do you think it means? Obviously, when you say it literally, it means that, you understood a task. But now the meaning has transformed a little bit and it's used in a slightly different way. So how is that different way? Napa says mission accomplished. Aman says got it right. When we say now understood the assignment, it basically means that you did something very, very, very well. Okay. It doesn't only mean, okay, it was acceptable or okay, you understood. No, it actually means it was super well done. It was really clear. Maybe the task was very difficult and nobody else understood, but you understood the assignment. You really went above and beyond. You did something amazing, right? So, for example, let's say that I'm trying to fix my bike, right? And we're a group of friends and we're all fixing our bikes, right? But one of my friends, he didn't only fix it, he fixed it, he gave it new paint, he improved the components, he understood the assignment. So I could say, man, Jack really understood the assignment. He didn't only do something acceptable. He did something more. He did something amazing, really great. So doing something really well is understanding the assignment. So Napa says, I really did understand the assignment. Perfect. Exactly, Napa. Excellent. Excellent. Someone says, get the task done. Perfect. He perfected it. Perfect. Excellent. 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 Joel says, well versed. He nailed it. Excellent. All of those things are understood the assignment. Excellent. Excellent. A phrase used when someone is giving it 110%. Excellent. Excellent, Kalipan. Perfect. So, very good, you guys. You all understood the assignment. And that hits different. What do you think it means when someone says, oh, that hits different? Oh, it's a little crooked. When I see that my students really understand, it hits different. What do you think that means, guys? What do you think that means, to hit different? Sounds different, says Sonia. Not exactly, Sonia. That's actually a little complicated. Aman says, it makes me feel happy. Napa says, this song just hits different. Exactly. So when something hits different, it means that it's pretty special in a good way. All right. It's shocking. It's surprising. So it's something that we value a lot more. For example, just like Napa said, this song just hits different, man. Like it's good. It's unique. It's special. It hits different. Right. And you can say that about many other things. Luan says, makes you feel in a different way. Proud, emotional. Perfect. Exactly. Exactly. Kalipan says, feels better than what the standard experience would be like. Exactly. So something special, something more, something really, 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 really good. Excellent. So, you guys, what do you think? Do you understand? Hits different. It hits different. What do you guys think? How can we use it hits different? What kind of thing can you use? What kind of thing can you describe that you would want to say it hits different? Napa says, your lessons about slang just hits different. Thank you, Napa. Exactly. That's a very good phrase. And it's exactly right. Okay. Let me just... Perfect. All right. Very, very good, you guys. Beyond expectation, says Joel. Yassine says, food hits different. Luan says, Adele's songs hit different. Kalipan says, English classes by Cambly hit different. Perfect. Excellent. 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 Very, 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 very good. So I think you guys understand. I think you guys are doing it perfectly. Can you guys hear me well, by the way? Someone said that the volume was kind of low. Can you hear me well? Listening to Eminem songs hits different. Perfect. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. Okay. I feel the movie hits different. Ling Kang. Napa says, yes, my grandmother's food hits different. Thank you, Swelly. Perfect. Aman, yes, we can hear. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because someone said it was a little low. But thank you guys. Okay. So perfect. Excellent. Well, you guys, we are almost done. And I want to remind you that we are going to give a promo code. Actually, I think right about now would be a good time, just when we finish the most important vocabulary. Okay. We have 4 to go. And these are really, really, really important. But before we do that, we're going to give away the promo code. This promo code is going to give you a very nice discount when you decide to join Cambly. So when you're going to buy a new plan, or when a friend of yours wants to get a new plan, you can just type in the promo code GO LIVE. Okay. It is a very good discount. I believe 30-something% off the original price if you are new to Cambly. And even if you're not new to Cambly, be sure to renovate or update your plan with this promo code when that happens, and you're going to get a really, really nice discount. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Wave your teaching hits different. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. Your whiteboard hits different. Very, 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 very good. Excellent. Very good. So, guys, remember the promo code Go Live. Use it. Definitely always try to get this nice discount. Now we're going to go with the most important, or maybe the most used slang terms. I'm going to take away a few of these just to make sure that it's not too overcrowded and that you guys can see. So, vibe. This is a very important slang term used very frequently. But what does it mean? Vibe or to vibe. What do you guys think? A vibe. Iskren says your lessons are amazing. Thank you so much, Iskren. Remember to follow, subscribe, like, share with your friends. And of course, you can take a lesson with me if you follow the link below. So I hope to see you on Cambly, of course, of all places. Energy or feeling, says Aman. Exactly. A vibe is an energy or a feeling, and it can be used in many, many, many different ways. Someone said good vibes. Kalipan says a person's emotional state. Luan says it's a kind of mood. Exactly. So a vibe is kind of like a mood or an atmosphere. Something that is just relaxing and positive. You can describe it in many different ways, but that is a vibe. And we can even use vibe as a verb. For example, me and my friend, we're just vibing. We're just, feeling each other's energy, just relaxing, spending time together. We can say vibing. We are vibing. All right. Napa says he matches my vibe very well. Exactly. Napa says I love the vibe. Perfect. That is the vibe. And remember, guys, we can use vibe as a verb to say we're just vibing, or he was just vibing with me, meaning our energies matched. We were spending a good time together, nothing too serious, just relaxing, enjoying each other's company. Yumiko says, this song makes me vibe. Not vibing. This song makes me vibe. Exactly. Like I'm just listening to this song. I'm enjoying it. Or you could say, I am vibing to this song. Perfect. Sonia says, I said I got bad vibe from him. Perfect. Karimi says, I get a vibe when I'm on classes. Perfect. Excellent. Domenico says, we're just chilling out and vibing with each other. Excellent, Domenico. Perfect. Excellent. So, guys, you all understood the assignment. You all understand vibe or vibing. Let's try this one, which is a little bit more tricky. It's still used, but if you don't know it, maybe it will confuse you at the beginning. But don't worry, we'll explain. Sus. What does sus mean? What do you think? What do you imagine this means? What do you think it means if I say, I don't like his vibe. He's kind of sus, or he's very sus. He looked sus. Exactly, Napa. He looked sus. What does that mean? Some of you, of course, don't know it, but don't worry. We're going to explain. Sus. Any idea, you guys? Aman says confused. Asma says suspicious. Exactly. So sus is actually just an abbreviation of suspicious. It is exactly the same thing. There's no difference. People use it the same way. It has the same meaning. But now it is much, 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 much more common, if you're speaking in slang, to use sus instead of suspicious. All right? So we can use it the exact same way, just that it will be this abbreviated form. Okay? Very good. So anyone who said that it had to do with suspicious got it right. And how can we use it? What was the last sus thing that you saw? Tell me, guys. Can you tell me about a sus experience or a sus person that you saw or that you interacted with? Sus. Explore. Okay. All right, guys. So tell me. I'm going to give you guys 2 seconds. Just give me some examples. Sounds of the Universe, ex-police officer is sus. I understand what you mean. I agree. Swelly says, this man looks sus. Not like sus. We would say sus. Lin Kang says, my son, he was late. That was sus. Perfect. Uh-huh. Karini says, he's sus about the murder. Okay, good. Aman says, kids. Okay, I'm gonna help you. You would say kids aren't sus, or kids don't have any sus characteristics in their personalities. Napa says, my brother made a breakfast today. That's sus. Good, right? Maybe he's hiding something. Maybe he wants to tell your parents something bad. Very, 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 very good. Excellent. So that is sus. That is to be sus, and you guys are all using it perfectly. Excellent. Any more examples or any questions with the word sus of how to use it, when to use it? But you guys are all doing super well, and I think all of you guys are really understanding the slang. Okay. Dominico says, the last sus experience, maybe when I saw the Flatfoots on the beat in my neighborhood, I had a hunch that they were looking sus. All right. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Excellent. Perfect. So, low key or high key? Maybe you've seen it online. What do you think that means? To be low key or high key, or to do something low key or high key? What do you think that could mean? Oh, sorry. Low key or high key? What do you guys think? Any ideas? Any ideas of what low key could mean? For example, let's imagine this. I like a girl, right? And I'm very interested in her. So I high key want to date her. Or you could say something like, I just met someone and we haven't really talked so much, but I low key like him or her or whatever. Low key, low profile. Thank you. Take. Excellent. So it means like very subtly or very intensely. Low key is something small, not so noticeable, something that you're not going to really share, or that is not very obvious. That is low key, like low profile, subtle, very small. And high key, of course, is very intense, very intentional, very obvious. That is to do or feel high key something. Okay, so for example, I high key recommend Cambly for all of my students. I really, really openly, really recommend it. Or I low key don't like other teachers, for example. This is just an example. Excellent. Joel says the intensity of doing something. Exactly. So guys, help me with some examples. How can you use low key or high key in your daily life? Or what can you say about low key or high key? I'm going to think of some more examples. Let's say I low key don't like my chair because it's a little bit uncomfortable, right? So low key, not I don't hate my chair. It's just that little bit that I don't entirely enjoy. All right. Very good. So she tried to fight me, but I stayed low key. All right. Very good. You were away. You weren't involved. You were low key hiding. Exactly. Now, what about the other one? I could say, for example, I high key love Mexican food. Like, they're the best. I love it. I really, 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 really love it. All right. That is to high key. That is to high key feel something. Okay. Okay. Some of our friends says, I low key. You would say I low key before your verb. I low key don't like my salary. Perfect. I low key don't like my sister because she's clever. Excellent, Sonia. Joelle says, high key will turn to low key if the ingredients is not interesting. Okay, yes, I understand what you mean. Something is not fixed. It can be high key and turn to low key. All right. Napa says, I low key don't like my headphones. They are so loud. Excellent. Very, very good. Karini says, I like some guy, but I don't like he's low key because he's very subtle. I can't stalk him. Very good. You should stay low key when the situation is unstable. Perfect, perfect. Excellent, excellent. So I think all of you guys understood. I high key love table tennis. Excellent, excellent. I high key love my father because he's my hero, of course. Given that I have been to Mexico many times, I high key love Mexican cuisine. It makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Domenico, thank you. That is a perfect, excellent, super eloquent example. Excellent. Very good. What else can you guys think of? But all of you guys are completely right. I high key love Elon Musk, says Kalipan. Perfect. I high key hate Elon Musk, but that's another topic. So very good, you guys. What else can you say? I high key like Cambly. Very good, Ali. Excellent. And of course, thank you. Sonia says, I high key love my father. Excellent. Excellent. So, who do you high key love, or who do you high key hate, or who do you low key like, or low key dislike? Tell me about that, you guys. I high key love Justin. Perfect. My work is low key, says Iskren. I high key, you would say, I high key love my dad because he is supportive. Very good. Very good. All right. So I think you guys completely understood high key and low key, and we're going to now finish with the most, I think, important, used, and relevant word in slang of this time. Cap. Have you guys ever heard the expression, hey, no cap? Or, nah, that's cap. What do you guys think that means? It is extremely common. It is very frequently used, especially now. Like, I recently opened a TikTok account and everyone says cap or no cap, right? So it's very, very normal to use it with younger people. It's very, very common online. But what does it mean, cap or no cap? What do you guys think that means, cap or low cap or no cap? No kidding, not lying. Lin Kang got it right. Not lying or lying. Okay, that's precisely what it means. So, very good. Not lying, honestly, definitely a cap. Fake, excellent, excellent. So, cap is basically a lie. All right. No cap means no lie, and cap means lie. Okay. That's it. That's it. It just means you're lying or you're not lying. No cap, no lie. Cap, lie. All right. So you can use it very simply. For example, like, I'm going to pay you back tomorrow. No cap. That just means no lie. Honestly, I'm going to pay you back tomorrow. Honestly, I'm going to give you your money tomorrow. Honestly. All right. No cap. Or, man, I don't trust the news. They're cap. They're lying. They're not true. They're dishonest. Okay. How can you guys use cap or low cap? And then we're going to finish there because, my friends, that's all the very important slang that we can teach. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Okay. How can you guys use cap or no cap? My brother caps for everything, says Iskren. Very good. Very, very good. Sonia says, my mother instructed me not to cap anymore. Excellent. Excellent. Sahira says, I low-key don't like people who cheat on others. Perfect. Exactly. So stop teaching nonsense. No cap. Exactly. I enjoyed this lesson. No cap. Thank you, Luan. Excellent. Better. Sahira says, better to be no cap with me. Perfect. Perfect. Guys, thank you all so much for your help, for your examples, for your patience, for your participation. I really enjoyed the lesson. No cap, said Zainab. Thank you. No cap. I really love this lesson too. So Napa says he's obviously capping. Very good, Napa. All of you guys understood the assignment. All of you guys are high key amazing. All of you guys are the CEOs of slang and learning English. You're all main characters, no cap, no NPCs. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. So remember to subscribe, to the YouTube channel, like this video, rewatch it, share it with your friends, and of course, follow all of our social media. Use that promo code to join Cambly. I hope to see you guys on there. You can take a lesson with me. Just follow the link below. And until next time, you guys, this was an amazing lesson. Thank you so much. Very, very, very good. Bye, Kalipan. Bye, Ali. Bye, Napa. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. See you guys. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Take care of yourself. Mahrabi, thank you. Thank you, Swelly. Thank you, Ling Kang. Thank you, Napa. Thank you, Kalipan. Thank you, Joel. Bye-bye. See you guys. Thank you, Karimi. Thank you, Adeshola. Bye. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Domenico. Thank you so much. Great, great vocabulary, guys. Good vibes. Good vibes to all of you guys. Flavio, bye-bye. Take care. See you guys. Bye-bye.